Hi, everyone. Good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are. Thank you for being here. I'm Rochelle Scouten, Development Director at the NBDA. We are glad to have you here, and we're extra glad to have Ashleigh and Erika here with us from Promoboxx to show us about what Promoboxx can do, but more importantly, to show us how we can use our social media effectively. And maybe if we're feeling like we're using it as best we can, maybe we'll get some tips from them as to things that we haven't considered yet and things that have been effective for other people. So thank you, Erika and Ashleigh, for being here.
Super excited to be here. Thank you so much, Rachel, for that super kind intro. I am actually going to go ahead and share my screen. Ashleigh and I are so excited to be here today to talk to you guys about how to foster some of those customer connections on social media year round. So we're going to do some brief intros. Ashleigh's going to walk you through just some tips as to how to make the most of social media. And then I'll come in and talk about how Promoboxx can be a useful tool for that. So before we get into it, I'm going to let Ashleigh introduce herself.
Perfect. Thanks, Erika. And thank you, Rochelle and the MBDA for having us. We're super excited to be here. We can't wait to talk all things social media with you guys, how Promoboxx can help and what we're doing and just how we can advise you guys there. So basically, again, my name is Ashleigh Anderson. I'm the digital and social content creator for Promoboxx industry content. So I'm the one that's creating those industry specific campaigns that are usually inspirational, educational, those national fun days, things like that, that will help supplement the brand sponsored campaigns that we have. And I've been working in marketing and social media for the past 6 years since graduating with a degree in marketing from Virginia Tech, who has their first game today for March Madness. So go Hokies.
And then I'll introduce myself really quickly. My name's Erika Kooda. I'm a customer success manager here at Promoboxx. I've been working in media since about 2006. And in the outdoor and fitness industry since 2015. I'm a really passionate long distance runner usually, but I grew up in a biking household. So I'm really excited to be spending some time with you guys here where you get to work with cyclists and you really just focus on that industry because my parents actually biked across the country with Trek before they got engaged. So very much a cycling household is what I was brought up into. But now, after I've worked in marketing for a while and in this outdoor and fitness industry, I get to work with brands across all different industries to help retailers just like you connect with their customers through that free and high quality brand approved content and the content that Ashleigh actually builds through Promoboxx. That you also have access to because you're partnering with NBDA. So super, super excited to help you reach more people and new customers potentially in your community that you can help, especially as we get into like the spring and the summer, which have always been big biking months in my mind. So I'll hand it back over to Ashleigh to start off so that she can kind of talk through some of that on-season and off-season content for your industry. We'll both kind of tag team in giving you an overview of the NBDA and Promoboxx program that you have access to. I'll walk you through how you can enroll in the program and get access to that content. I'll walk through a couple of the most loved features of Promoboxx. I definitely will give you a live demo, just show you all the right buttons to hit so that you can make the most of the time that you spend on Promoboxx for your business, and then also detail out some of the support that Promoboxx can provide for you just to help you, again, make the most of the time you spend in the platform. We do have some time, hopefully at the end, for any questions. So if you want to drop them in the chat kind of as we go through the presentation, then we can definitely hopefully answer those. And of course, you can always reach out to us after the fact so we can get all of those questions answered. So Ashleigh, I'm going to hand it back over to you.
Perfect. Thank you. So yes, in terms of social media, when it comes to that and your strategy and everything that you're working on, the first thing we're going to talk about is the 80-20 rule. So the 80-20 rule in marketing actually states that 80% of the content that you're putting out should be educational, inspirational, motivational, entertaining, things like that. And only 20% should actually be promoting or selling. And what that really does is it helps you to gain trust with your consumers, but it also helps to move them them through that marketing funnel. And something else that we definitely recommend is for you to be celebrating, sharing that holiday inspirational seasonal content all year round. So what you can really think about using those one-off holidays and seasonally themed content as part of your strategy for the top of the funnel. And then whenever you're offering specials or deals or things like that, you're really supporting the bottom of the funnel. And then a mix of all of that content together is really what leads to consumer loyalty. So let's talk a little bit about the customer journey. So basically here, if you inspire and educate your customers, you can help move them through that marketing funnel and towards a purchase. So this example shows how we're inspiring people to spend time with their family and their bikes through a fun holiday, which is Family Fun Month. Then we're also educating them with tips for fall riding, which can eventually lead them to the purchase of cycling gear, which is ultimately our end goal. So by doing all of these things together, you are inspiring, educating, and helping to move them through that marketing funnel to a purchase, which is what we're all here for. So it's really important that we engage your audience year round. You don't want to let your social media channels go dark for the off season. Your consumers are still online. So with the right content strategy, you can keep them engaged through your busy season and long after it ends. And the reason why that is so valuable, because it really is going to help you to build connection, trust, and brand loyalty. So the way you can do that is by using holidays and seasonally relevant events that will help you to drive that inspirational content. So certain holidays are a match made in heaven for your brand, right? They're specific for cycling. So you can seek those out and create content surrounding those perfect holidays. And don't forget to maximize them by creating content leading up to it. So for example, for National Bike to Work Day, instead of posting just on that day, you could do posts leading up to it, letting people know that it's coming. So first of all, they're aware of it. You could also provide them with tips for it. So for example, you could do something like how to prevent sweating when you're riding your bike to work. Or for some of us, it might be how to bike around the neighborhood and park your bike in the driveway and then head inside and go to your home office to start work. So you really want to kind of do things that you can help them to prepare for that holiday so you can maximize the benefits of it, since it is specifically for cycling and you can get a lot more exposure out of those types of holidays. So what about holidays that aren't fun, but they're not outright tie into your industry? Depending on your goals, using a non-industry specific holiday can still help engage consumers and get them thinking about your brand. You want to strategize ways to make the most of these holidays by putting your own twist on them. So for example, you can see here how we utilize Valentine's Day and something like National Technology Day, which neither one of them you really think immediately cycling, but we found a way that we could still tie that back into the cycling industry. So we're capitalizing on these days that everyone's participating in. That's going to get you extra hashtags, extra exposure, and it's also just fun. It's a good way to have your brand and your industry become top of mind, even for something that might not specifically seem like it can be top of mind. On season. So this is when it's your brand's time to shine. You've prepared for this all year. So we really want to maximize your busy season. And you can kind of do that for several different ways. You could offer special add-ons and upsales. You could host events, or you could create campaigns that can help you to prompt user-generated content, which is great for you to utilize later or now, however you want to, that you can really use people that are actually using your product is great for your social strategy. We definitely recommend that you plan out and schedule your on-season content ahead of time so that you can focus on important things like selling during this time. So off-season value. There are many different reasons to create content for your off-season so that you can keep your business on people's minds all year round. We kind of talked about how you can do that through holidays and seasonal events, but there are also other things you can do so that you're building that off-season value. For example, you can gather and share customer reviews, which can help build anticipation for your peak season. You can position your product as a new gift-giving opportunity. You could consider offering discounts for locals, run contests, or build your email list, and you can learn about your customers through social media. You also want to celebrate the unique lifestyle of your customers, even when they're not buying, so that you can keep your brand top of mind all year round.
So that was a lot of information about content, and it can definitely be super overwhelming to think this far in advance or to create this content, but that is where Promoboxx is going to come in, and the NBDA and Ashleigh actually specifically are wanting to help you kind of lift that burden and make it super, super easy for us to accomplish all of these goals and all of these best practices that Ashleigh just covered. So how exactly are we going to do that? The NBDA is providing Promoboxx some content, as you saw through some of Ashleigh's screenshots in those slides. It's really great content, and it's hitting all of these marks that Ashleigh just covered. So NBDA is curating and creating all of this content, and Ashleigh's helping with that with some other holidays and tons of other cycling content, which we'll get a live look at in just a moment. But we're putting all of this in one spot here on Promoboxx for you guys, the retailers, to utilize to share with your consumers. Since the more consumers know, the more that they are reminded of your retail location, the better knowledge they'll have not only to buy the right product, but to shop with people who know what's going to be best for them and know of all the products and all of the best, how they can be helped the best, especially in an industry like cycling where there's so many different gear options, and you guys are really the experts in helping guide them to make that right purchase. So what are the benefits exactly of Promoboxx, aside from just having all of the content in one spot? You can easily access it to build and drive that local awareness. You can schedule posts in advance through Promoboxx. You could also opt into automation, which means that the NBDA and Ashleigh will be appropriately scheduling these posts, especially like holiday posts and very evergreen content for you to share without you even needing to log into the platform. You can utilize Promoboxx to also attract new customers to your business without even having to touch Facebook Business Manager or Ads Manager, which can be very complicated and overwhelming. You can take care of all of that right in Promoboxx if you would like. And then you can also track a lot of that reporting in Promoboxx as well. We'll walk through kind of all of these options in our demo, so you'll have an idea of where everything will live in the platform. So how can you join and get access to this content? In a browser window, you can visit nbdapromoboxx with 2x's.com, and that'll take you to this page that you see here on the right-hand side of the screen. And you'll be able to either log into your Promoboxx account and gain access to all of the cycling industry content, or you'll be prompted to create your Promoboxx account, which is completely free. You won't be required to pay any money to have access to this content. So rest assured, it truly is a free platform, and you won't need to spend any money to get access to any of the features here. Once you create that account, if you are new to Promoboxx, you'll be asked to enter your business address, make sure that the name is correct, and then also connect your social accounts. We'll walk through some of those steps today, so you'll have a better idea of what that looks like. And if you ever have any issues, or maybe the link is not working for some reason, you can always reach out to support@promoboxx.com, and our team will be more than happy to help you get all set up. So let's walk through some of those key features. We've spoken with a lot of retailers, and these are kind of the 4 things that we found that they utilize the most on Promoboxx. So first is that automation. You guys are incredibly busy. I'm sure many of you are wearing multiple hats. Not only are you a digital marketing manager, you're also stocking the shelves, helping customers, and potentially training new employees too, and so many more things. So we want to help you where we can, and automation is definitely one area that we can help by helping you schedule those appropriate posts. You can also log in if you want a little bit more hands-on approach to your social media. You can come in here and schedule content to about a week or 2 in advance. Maybe it's over 10 or 15 minutes that you have every couple weeks, but you can definitely take care of social media very easily on Promoboxx as a whole. You'll also be able to download assets for offline marketing efforts. So if you wanted to print some photos for the store, or you're creating a flyer to promote like a group ride or something, there's imagery that you can utilize in Promoboxx to help create those assets. And then I also briefly mentioned the local advertising opportunities. You can do all of this directly through Promoboxx. You'll still get the same reporting that you would through Facebook Business Manager or Ads Manager. And in my opinion, it's a lot easier to read and understand and see truly where those efforts, how you can capitalize on those efforts, and the reach and all of the data that you'd want to see. It's a lot easier to just view and understand through the Promoboxx platform. So we've talked a lot about Promoboxx and the features. Why don't I just jump into the platform itself and show you how you can really make the most of the time that you have to spend in Promoboxx. So when you first log in after you've registered and you have access to the platform, this is the page that you'll be taken to. If you do have other brands on Promoboxx, you can always sort by which brand you'd like to view all of the content by clicking this caret right here. In order to view NBDA and all of the awesome content that Ashleigh is adding to the platform, you'll want to click into cycling industry content. So that's how you'll see everything from not only the NBDA, but like I said, that Ashleigh is uploading as well. So this is all of the content that's actually live in the platform right now. So if you logged in today, this is what you would see. You can see that there's a ton of different options. We've got March holidays, March facts, and a couple other NBDA campaigns here. And you'll see that there's kind of two different color buttons here. So the first one here, the St. Patrick's Day Buy Where You Ride, it says view and share. I just haven't clicked in and shared any content from this campaign yet, but this or that, the cycling edition, I have shared some content from. So it's a really easy visual reminder so that you can always take full advantage of all of the content in the platform. So why don't we click into our St. Patrick's Day campaign here, since I haven't shared any content from that yet. Once we select the campaign, we're going to have a view of all of the social channels that we have content available to share from. So we have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram available here, as well as those downloadables for the offline marketing efforts. So we're going to click into Facebook, since it's incredibly easy to share to Facebook directly from Promoboxx. We've got a nice view of all of the awesome assets that the NBDA has added here. I know we're a day late, but we're still going to share our St. Patrick's Day content to our Facebook page, because we'll just make it a week-long celebration. So if you manage multiple Facebook pages, you can connect all of them to Promoboxx. This is my business page here, so I'm going to select that. And typically, if there is a copy uploaded, you'll also have that set that you can utilize, but you're always able to add your own message here very easily. Belated St. Patrick's Day. How did you celebrate? And we can add a local hashtag. Maybe we've got something special. St. Patrick Day. Oops, we want to add an S there. Perfect. So super easy to customize all of that copy. And like I said, you could post it now, but you can also schedule it for however far in advance you would like. So I'll post this just in a couple hours. I'm going to hit schedule. And once this confirms that it's scheduled, it'll pop up here and you'll see that it's all taken care of. So I'm going to click away. And we also noticed that this post is kind of grayed out. So we did have 4 options here. So if we wanted to come back to this campaign and share another post, we can always be sure that we're not doubling up on the same image and really taking full advantage of all of the content that we have available there. Twitter and Instagram are also very similar in those regards that you can easily click and share all of this content in that same manner. I think it's about 3 clicks if you wanted to share on those platforms as well. So let's jump back. I do want to show one other campaign just to show you how easy it is when that copy is preloaded. So we're going to jump into the campaign that I shared from earlier, the This or That Cycling Edition, and we're going to navigate to that Facebook page. Again, we can see that I shared this post earlier, so we're going to schedule a different one out. We've got some of that suggested copy, easily can drop that in and add a local flair if we wanted to, or call out our own name. And we'll schedule it for a few days from now. We can select custom time, select the day. We're going to share this on Monday. Perfect. All right, so you've seen how easy it is to share immediately on Facebook and how easy it is to schedule content. But how can we view where all of our content lives in all of our scheduled posts? Again, we can do that right through Promoboxx. So I'm going to show you where you can find your schedule. As you can guess, it would be right under schedule here on the left-hand side, that main page. And then we'll get a calendar view, just like a Google Calendar or Microsoft Outlook calendar. And then we can see when we've scheduled those posts. So I did share a post earlier today. I can easily click in to view that reporting and view the post that I shared. And I also scheduled that share earlier that you just saw. So we'll be wishing a belated St. Patrick's Day at 3:30 today. And then that other share that I scheduled for Monday is here as well. You can also easily update the page if we might have made a mistake, like I just did. So you can see how easy it is to make those changes. So what if we made a mistake? Like I said, I've already shared a post today, so maybe I want to push this one to a different day or delete it completely. You can do that by clicking delete share or just change the date and time right here. Let's put this for Sunday and click save. Very easy to manage all of your social planning right here. So I mentioned automation earlier. I want to show you that it is a multi-step process to enroll in automation to give the NBDA and Promoboxx permission to post on your Facebook page on your behalf. I do also want to mention that we will never post to a personal page. It will always only be to a business page on Facebook that you'll have that automation for, and you would need to opt in specifically to each brand. So in order to do that, you'll want to come to business info and navigate to social accounts and click on the Facebook page that you would like to turn on automation for or to enroll in a different brand, and hit settings. You can see that I've connected this page for all of the accounts that I have access to, but I only want to automate for the cycling industry content. To opt in for that, you would click this check and then also hit save. And you'll also have that confirmation that you only have automation on for that one brand or for however many that you've opted in for that. So again, we'll never post to a personal Facebook page. It will only be to specific business pages on Facebook that you've opted in for. We also do not automate for Twitter or Instagram. It's truly just for Facebook. So I hope that that is helpful. And then you'll always be able to go back to that calendar on the schedule to view any automated posts that are scheduled, and you can easily delete them through that same process that we just walked through in managing our own scheduled posts. So you can feel rest assured that you'll always be able to have that control, even if you do have automation turned on. If you are already on Promoboxx, I do want to call out one other area that you can easily find more brands to connect to on Promoboxx or to find the cycling industry content. Again, if you are on Promoboxx already, you can always navigate to this manage brand section and view all available brands on Promoboxx that you may carry, or like I said, to find the cycling industry content to connect to. So these are our brands right now. We're going to jump to discover brands and view everyone that we potentially have access to, and easily click in and request access for those brands. Just a couple clicks and you'll have tons of content for Promoboxx. So that is everything that I was going to walk through in the demo today. Our last slide, or our last thing that we wanted to touch on is the support that you have access to through Promoboxx. So we have 2 or 3 avenues that you can get that assistance. We do have a phone line. Our support team generally works about 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time. So you can call this number and get that assistance, or you can reach out to support@promoboxx.com. They're super responsive in that inbox. So you should have a response. Typically, I want to say same business day, but again, they generally work 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time. We do have 24/7 support through the Promoboxx Academy, which is a collection of articles and FAQs through support.promoboxx.com. And you can get that one-on-one assistance through talkpromoboxx.com. So if you're having trouble connecting your Facebook page or signing up for Promoboxx, or you just want a little bit more assistance in scheduling those posts, or talking through pros and cons of automation, you can set up this time and they'll be able to assist there. So how do you get started? The program is completely live. Like I said, you can visit nbdapromoboxx.com, complete that enrollment and activate your Promoboxx account, or you can request access if you are on Promoboxx already. I highly encourage you to share from one of those available campaigns or to schedule that content out once you're logged in. As you saw, there's a ton of options there thanks to the NBDA and Ashleigh. So hopefully you'll find something that will be helpful to you and your business. And then of course you can contact Promoboxx support if you need any assistance. So that is everything that Ashleigh and I had prepared to talk through today. I do see that there is a question in the chat, so I definitely want to address that from Earth Rider Cycling. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop those in there so we can look at those and get you some assistance. So the question is about the paid advertising. How does that work? I'd be more than happy to walk through that. So you'll always have the option when you schedule that content or when you post that content to boost it. So let's jump into the campaign again and navigate to a new share. So you'll be able to see that. You'll also see it as an option here with local ads that you can kind of preview, set up that targeting, and then also kind of get a little bit of a breakdown as to what the views or the reach may be based on how much you'll spend. And this will just directly charge the credit card that you upload to the platform, and you'll be able to see that reach there. So why don't we jump back here to Facebook, quickly schedule this share. And we'll wait for this confirmation screen. Oh, oops, wrong page again. We'll wait for this confirmation screen to come up. Because there will be a place to kind of walk through that after this. Here we go. So you'll see it's successfully shared. We can view it live on Facebook, and then also view our options to promote that ad here as well. You can always do a custom amount too. You don't need to stick to these fund suggestions. We just do this to be a little bit easier. Generally, I would say I typically see boosts to be either that $50 mark or the $100 mark, but truly you can tailor this to whatever is going to make the most sense for you. This is another reason why we ask to confirm that address. You can always edit it here, but you can change it there. It's very easy if it just is set it and saved. And it's also going to be within 25 miles of your business address. So you are most likely to reach the people that could come into your store. And then we'll just continue to check out. So I don't actually have a credit card on file on my Promoboxx account. So you'll want to add all of that information. And I do want to call out that all of the money that you spend is going to go to helping boost that content so you can reach the most folks. Promoboxx does not charge any ad management fees, so you should never see any of that come through or be charged additionally to your card. And that's truly all there is to boosting that content. We do have preset targeting in the platform based on what we find works best for other retailers in the cycling industry. So you don't even need to worry about truly like reaching the best persona. We've taken care of all of that for you, so you can focus on helping your customers. So that's a very good question. Thank you for asking. If there's any other questions, I'd be happy to answer those, or of course you can reach out to support@promoboxx.com.
All right, I don't see any more questions coming in, so I'll say that everyone here might have had them answered, or again, if you come up with any questions, anybody watching the recording has any questions, please reach out to info@nbda.com, or Erika, can you just say that email address one more time?
Yeah, absolutely. Support@promoboxx.com, and Promoboxx has 2 X's.
Perfect. Thank you everyone for being here, and thank you to Ashleigh and Erika for the great information. We really appreciate you sharing it with our members.
Yeah, appreciate the time from everyone. I know you're super busy, so thank you for having us.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.